don't remember. She has a promotion. She was the principal at Midway Elementary. And Midway Elementary happens to be a school now. Let's hear it from Midway Elementary. Okay. Ms. Lambert is now in county office. You're deputy superintendent for elementary education now? Assistant superintendent. Okay, that sounds real important. Did the rates go up too? Okay. Can't say anything from the school board members, all right. You know we got a budget crunch. What I want you to do tonight is to introduce the elementary principals. Okay.
All right. First up, we have Ms. Logston, principal at Idlewild Elementary.
It's so fancy. Hi, good evening. My name is Lenore Logston. I'm the principal at Idlewild Elementary. This is my 9th year there. School year's off to a great start. Kids are adjusting, getting in the routine. We have 2 super big celebrations this year. We are a B school. And we also received Lighthouse status, which we are a Franklin Covey Leader in Me school. And over 8,000 schools across the world are Leader in Me schools, but only about 5% get to Lighthouse status. So our kids are the ones who really got to that status, so we're really excited about that. We appreciate everything that you guys do for the community, and we're glad to be here.
Next up, Dr. Mulholland from Goldsboro.
All right.
Good evening. I'm Chris Mulholland, the very proud principal of Goldsboro Elementary Magnet School. I'm on my 12th year at Goldsboro. I feel like I am a part of definitely that school community. We have a lot going on as always as our school. In fact, we have a math night going on right now, so I'll head back over there right after this. But could not miss this meeting, Mr. Madley. One big thing we had to have change this year was that Goldsboro always was on a middle school time. So we always started around that 9:15 time. Well, this year they changed us back to the regular school start time, which is at 8:35. And so a little bit of adjustment there. We're still trying to get through the car line and everything else with our families knowing that school already started, not 9:15 anymore. But it's been going really, really well. We're still working with our NASA, being a NASA Explorer school, so we have our space lab and just constantly doing some great, great STEM activities for our students. Once again, we were an A-rated school, and we are hoping to continue that into the future. So thank you very much.
Wait 1 second.
Oh.
You've been at Goldsboro for how long?
12.
And tell them what you do every 3rd Monday in January. Tell them what you've been doing the whole time you've been at Goldsboro.
The Martin Luther King Jr. Parade.
Tell them.
Always, every year, 12 years.
Yes.
Every year.
Yes.
Can't have it without those.
Thank you. Last but certainly not least for elementary, Dr. Garda Harold, principal at Pinecrest Elementary.
Good evening, everyone. I guess I'm the young kid on the block, so I've been at Pinecrest for 5 years. So very proud principal of Pinecrest Elementary School of Innovation, Computer Science Magnet, doing all the good work. It's been an amazing start to the school year already. Kids on task, ready to go. Appreciate in your prayer asking for our teachers to stay. And one thing we noticed this year is our retention rate for teachers is better than it's ever been. So it's really been a great opportunity to get in and get the year going, really making sure that our students are off to a great start to a successful year. Showcasing all the amazing things we do, being that computer science magnet, being the only school in the district with our state-of-the-art elementary school esports lab that we showcase and are able to then bring some additional books in for the magnet as well as a showcase piece. So just looking forward to continuing all the good work this year. So thank you all for your support.
Thank you to our elementary principals. Also, with Idlewild, are you scheduled to get a new school? Renovation?
You know something I don't know.
Okay. I'm looking at the school board members when I say that.
I mean, I'm deep one if you want to.
Okay.
You are full of rumors.
I'm just looking out for my friends. But Lake Mary is going through renovation right now. So Lake Mary Elementary is gonna be brand new. Okay, okay. All right, now we're going. Oh, yes it is, yes it is, yes it is. Now we move on to the middle schools. In the middle school, we have tonight at Sanford Middle. And Sanford Middle is that school located by Winn-Dixie, and they're an A-rated school. And we can do better than that for A-rated school. And the assistant principal comes to every meeting, every MLK parade, every, not some of them, every.
Hi, I'm Ms. Corson, the assistant principal at Sanford. This is my 14th year over at Sanford, so I've been there a while. As Ms. Bradley said, we are an A-rated school. This is the highest our scores have been in forever. We were 3 points, not percentage points, but 3 points away from beating Lawton Childs and 1 point away from beating Jackson Heights. Overall increase of 8% in our overall values. That's great. So our vision this year is one team, one mission, one Sanford, and really coming together and improving those scores in that overall one, becoming that #1 school in middle schools for Seminole County. We got a bunch of things going on. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Pfeiffer and his team. Roy's been helping us implement our new system called Minga, which really is implementing that positive behavior on campus, as well as getting butts into class on time and making sure that they're not missing out on any instructional time here on campus. We're also in our NYP candidacy phase, so where our goal is our Idlewild and Wicklow is that our IB students will now feed into our magnet program with our IB component. So we're looking forward to getting candidacy either this year or early next year. Also want to give a shout out to Crooms. They're helping us out. We got a brand new gym floor. We've had some obstacles getting this brand new gym floor. And so they've been hosting us over there. So we're looking forward to a great volleyball season. We're going to be also thanking Goldsboro for changing their magnet date. So that way we can have our kids in the community go to their STEM night and our STEM night and see the great things that are happening over at Sanford.
Thank you. Seminole County has the best administrators and also the best instructional staff. Seminole County.
Yes.
We're going to stay with Seminole County. We're going to bring up my lifelong friend, Mr. Pfeiffer, who's a principal at Seminole High School. And he has a guest with him, but I'm going to let him introduce the guest because the last time the guest was here, she was a teacher, but her position has changed now. So you come on up, and I'm going to let Mr. Pfeiffer introduce you because you got a promotion since you've been here.
Thank you, Mr. Bentley. So I'll introduce Ms. Ford. Ms. Ford and I go way back too, right, Ms. Ford? So when I was principal at Hamilton Elementary School, Ms. Fortin was one of my exceptional student education teachers, right? And then she went on to 9th grade center. Now, it's great. So I'll let you go first.
All right.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for all that you do for the city of Sanford and for all of us. At the 9th grade center, we are rocking and rolling. We're asking for prayers. It's the first few weeks of school. We want the prayers for the students. We want the prayers for the parents because we want this to be an amazing year. As a community, we can support our children. If you have them in your churches, if you have them in your family, encourage them to come to school and do their work. Listen to their teachers. We have some amazing teachers. They are really on it. I learned a lot of stuff on Wednesday. We did our first state assessment, and we had 88.6% of our students to take the assessment. So we're not far from having that 95%, but there were little hiccups, and those teachers spent on a dime and made it work. And so for that, I will always be grateful for them. And so I want you to be grateful because every school has amazing teachers that do amazing jobs every single day. We have one of our ESC teachers sitting here. She has a life skills lab, and I watched one of our little babies who didn't want to leave cry. And it broke my heart, made me cry because she didn't want to leave the lab. So we're looking for business partners. We're doing the Minga. We love it. They love snacks. They love Takis. They love Sprite soda. They love Coke. Whatever you want to give, we will take. Because we have our Minga store. They get to come on every Friday and buy little things for 10 points. If you want to stop by and drop off some chips, Sprites, Takis, candy, please drop it by. Ms. Roman in the front office will take it from you and say thank you, thank you, thank you. And please support the PTSA, Dads on Duties. It's always amazing to see our men, that doesn't make a difference who they are, out on the school campus, talking to our babies, encouraging them, because they do need to see that. Mr. Bentley, out here just like how he's dressed, is always out there in the afternoon, and I think it makes a difference when they get to see men who are successful, men who can speak into their lives, and men who can keep them on the right track on things. So please, come out to the 9th grade center, see what we have to do, and just want to say our freshman team is undefeated in football.
All right.
That's important. Well, varsity isn't undefeated. They got good heart. We're gonna play team Heritage tomorrow night. It's gonna be a tough game, but they have fun. So first and foremost, last time I was up here, I told you about the success that Seminole High School has had. It is tremendous. It's historic in every single category. What was really cool this week is I met with my tribe committee. If you don't know what tribe is, it's an organization of seniors that are chosen by the previous year's seniors to act as my advisory council to tell me what needs to happen at Seminole High School to make it a better school. And they are from all walks of life. They are in the band, they are in dazzlers, they are in athletics, they are in IB program, they're in Health Academy, and they tell me, this is important. We need to improve parking, we need to improve school safety and everything else. So that was just probably my highlight so far, honestly, of the year, which was meeting with my student leaders. From a facility standpoint, good things are happening, great things are happening. Thank you, school board, very much. Our dining room is open. The comments, if you have seen it online, it is absolutely amazing. They are redoing our gym floor. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We just sunk $60,000 into our KWC for a new sound system in our auditorium. Again, a huge investment. So thank you so much for that. That's going to be amazing. Two of those things are open right now. The gym floor should be opening next week. We are in full swing of the football season, obviously, and hopefully next week they're painting all the rails and everything else on the stadium. It's really going to make it pop. It should have happened already, but sometimes it's hard to get one of those vendors cleared. But we're going to be good with that as well. Now, for a serious note, I want to pop and talk about wonderful things that we've done and also some of the challenges that we've had. We have 3,800 students on both campuses. And as I talked to my senior leaders, I said 98% of those students are absolutely wonderful. They come to school, they do what they need to do, they strive for success, they're respectful, and honestly, they're an absolute joy to be with. There are some students that are teetering. Should I make this decision, which is good? Should I make this decision, which is not so good? Okay? And then I have a certain group of students, well, they come to school and I really don't know why, because they don't want to go to class, they want to make bad decisions, and they do make bad decisions. I want you to know that student safety is the utmost important thing at Seminole High School. We aggressively address it through incentives, through expectations, through privileges and students in good standing. We follow the code of conduct, and if a student does not and deviates from that, we address them fairly, equitably with investigation. If they cross the line and it becomes a law enforcement situation, I need to thank Sanford Police Department. They have 100% supported the community, not necessarily the school, because the school is part of the community. And I thank them sincerely for being there when we have all needed them, most importantly, your children. So with that said, when we address those situations, which happened the first week of school, the next 2 weeks have been absolutely amazing. They have been wonderful. And we want to continue on that trajectory of success, of safety, of student achievement, and overall school culture. And I'm asking that of you, for you to be aware, for you to be educated, and for you to know our expectations so you can share them with your neighbors, your church, your community, because that's what we're doing as well. And partnering with that, I have to admit, and I think Ms. Fortin will agree, our PTSA this year is probably the strongest it's absolutely ever been. And we are so proud of them and for their partnership. Our president, Erica Seeger, has been amazing as well. If you come out to the football games, which is probably our biggest social activity that we have a lot of big ones, but football's huge. It was a rough game, am I right? Was it a rough game? It was a rough game. Yes, it was a rough game on the field, and that's a good point, because when you looked on the city, when you looked up into the stands, our student section from the bottom to the top, that entire section was full, was cheering, was having a great time when it was 32-0. And that to me screams school pride. They didn't tuck in and run, they didn't go home, they cheered, they had a good time because they're proud to be a Seminole. So thank you so much, I appreciate it. I appreciate your guys' support as well, and thank you for everything you guys do. Appreciate it.
We appreciate you and Ms. Ford, because we know there's a lot of kids in Seminole High. When I go in the afternoon, Mr. Perkins, they have a bus loop. It's 52 buses on the bus loop, and they're full buses, not 2 and 3 kids. That's a lot of kids. You said 3,800, Mr. Benton been telling everybody 4,100, so we're gonna stay with 4,100. 4,100 kids. Now we're gonna move to our school board members, and we have the best school board members in the country. They don't just come when it's time to vote. They come because they make a difference. They go to everybody meeting, Midway Coalition meeting, the Real Committee. I can go on and on and on. We have the best school board in the country, and 2 of those members are present tonight. The first person to come up is going to be my lifelong friend, Dr. Robin Dillinger, followed by Ms. Autumn Gary, who's also my lifelong friend.
I think I've been living longer than you, Mr. Rickman. I'm trying to figure it out, but I haven't quite yet. But anyway, thank you all for letting me be here and speak to everyone. I just would like to say that the word from our principals and from our schools is that the start of the school year has been a pretty smooth year. And we're grateful because we know that means that parents are setting high expectations for their kids, and that the teachers and principals and leaders were all geared up and ready for them. So we're very pleased about that. And also I'd like to, I do some other work with our EEI committee, and I'd like to thank the folks that helped me participate in that. It's a privilege for me to be able to be involved in that. So thank you to all of you guys. I see Nikki, you're back from vacation maybe, so good to see you. Anyway, thank you all for being here, and keep on supporting us and helping us with our children. We are so proud of the accomplishments that they made, and we know it's just going to continue to grow and get better. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dellinger, and thank you so much for making our job super easy tonight, giving us the reports straight from the mouths of the principals, so thank you. A couple of things, as Dr. Mulholland mentioned, there are a few hiccups still to work out with transportation. We've got some bus stops that have been moved, and we've also got some bus stops that just due to changing communities and neighborhoods don't necessarily work where they are now. That might be a better solution. So if you are experiencing any challenges with a bus stop, please, you're always welcome to call directly our transportation services. Our director, McKenzie, is amazing at quickly coming up with new solutions. If you can't get through to anybody, the board, including Dr. Dellinger and myself, are always a phone call away. We're happy to step in and be made aware of community problems and point you back to Mr. McKenzie and the other folks that can really make the changes that your children need to make sure that they're on time to school and are ready to start their day. Wanted to let you know, Dr. Dellinger and I have had the great privilege of sitting in on many of our dividend and PTA welcomes this school year. So dividend, if you don't know, which I think most of you do, is the name that we call our volunteers in Seminole County. And there are so many ways for you all to make a difference in a child's life as a volunteer. We've heard Ms. Fulton know what a great difference that just having someone on campus can make. So I know in our high schools, we're always looking for mentors. If you've got a time to be a consistent presence in a child's life, we would really appreciate that. It's a lift to our teachers and to our students. If you don't have that time. We would love to get you involved at your schedule. So whether you have one day a year, whether you have an ongoing commitment, we can take your time and your talents and put them to use. I am so pleased that the city of Sanford, the only city, by the way, offers each of its employees up to an hour a week to volunteer in Sanford schools. That has been a great boost specifically to the reading program through Nana's Papas and Friends, and also to the rap program that happens at Goldsboro. But if you would like as an individual to volunteer, we will always take your services. And if you belong to a church, a faith-based organization, a club, a book club, a bokeh riders, a motorcycle club, if you own a business, we would love to partner with you. There's still an ongoing need for always to stock our food pantries, also a great need for school supplies. Tools for Seminole Schools is a tremendous resource run by our foundation, the nonprofit wing of Seminole County Public Schools. And they offer free supplies, not just for students, but also for teachers to stock the things that they need daily. I came up, and I was recently at that as businesses may downsize their physical locations as more and more people are working from home, they're clearing out some of their filing cabinets, their staplers, those kinds of things. And the Tools for Seminole Schools would love to have those and be able to redistribute them throughout our schools. So if you've got an idea of something, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to connect you with the foundation. But we truly value our partnership. I'm looking back there at one of our reading champions who found Nana's Papas and Friends. So whether Miss Ritchie. So whether you want to, again, work one-on-one with a student or you'd like to support our schools, we will gladly take your efforts. And I think that wraps up my report for tonight. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you as always. The next person to come up is going to be one of my daughters. I got a lot of daughters in the community. This is Miss Ebony Washington, and she's going to tell us about finances. And Miss Osborne, I just checked my pocket. I need to know about some finances. Come on and tell us about this finances.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Bentley. My name is Ebony Blake, and one word that has stuck out to me from different people that I've been hearing is the word success. And that's what I'm here for. I have a newly formed nonprofit here where I'm born and raised in the city of Sanford called Literate to Finances. Advice you can bank on. That's our motto. Who are we? The first step to financial freedom is awareness. We are a newly formed nonprofit organization in Sanford, Florida, where my main goal is to promote financial literacy to people across the world, not just our little city. What we do is execute financial literacy by budgeting hands-on using a reality store, and I am also in the process of putting my final touches on volume 1 of our L2L financial literacy system, where you will be able to learn at your own pace while at home. Mr. Bentley's passing out some flyers there. Literate to Finance's goal is to make sure that all people of all ages understand the basic terms of finances, like APR, how to use a debit card, the difference between a bank and a credit union, and other relevant information that they will be able to carry with them forever. It is an honor to debut L2F Reality Store in Sanford, Florida, where I was born and raised. This is for students and parents. We've opened it up to a lot of adults. We found out that a lot of adults, we need some help with financial literacy too. I can tell you how I get to where I am today. But we're having our first Literate to Finances reality store right here, September 25th at 6 p.m. I am a part of Seminole High School now, was a part of Sanford Middle School, very involved mom. All the administration station knows me. It's from Goldsboro to Sanford Middle to Seminole, coming up to my 5-year anniversary at Truist Bank on September 6th. I just received a promotion. I'm now in the corporate office, and I feel like teaching finances to our students, they're becoming independent, going off to college is very important. When I found out my children didn't know how to use a debit card leaving high school, there was a problem. And I found that this was needed, our first financial literacy nonprofit. So I'm still in the beginning phase, I'm asking for your help. We do need about 40 volunteers for September 25th. It would have been, couldn't have if it was just the students, but we're bringing on adults, so we are asking for about 40 volunteers. My table is right there if you guys would like to stop and volunteer. All you'll be doing is sitting at a table and helping the kids with budgeting. It's very simple, something that I can explain to you guys within 5 minutes for your help. Asking the community to come help, because what we do at Truist will also be coming out to help us as well. Because speaking of volunteering, I'm a registered dividend with Seminole County School Board, and I get paid by Truist to come to every field trip. We do have to give to the community, so they will be here helping us with the reality store. Looking forward to September 25th, 2025. Our next stop will be Seminole High School. Thank you, guys.
Great information. The next person that usually comes up is the city manager, Mr. Noah Bonaparte, but he's not here. But he has a fantastic feeling in. The chief of police, the top chief in the country. I voted twice. Stand, Mr. Smith. I want to see you. This is Chief Cecil Smith, City of Sanford, the top cop in the country.
Thank you, Mr. Bentley. One of the things that the city manager always likes to do is introduce the staff that's up front. So I'm going to start with Ms. Lisa Jones from Parks and Recreation, Nikki Osborne from Community Relations, Julio Medina from Code Enforcement, Matt Minetto from Fire, Brian Himeyer, from Planning, and all the way on the far end is Jeff Davis from Public Works. In the back of the room is Deputy Chief Perkins, Captain Hertz, Sergeant Meminger, Officer Blanc, one of our public information officers, Michael Hernandez, and Nico from the communications office at the city. So since I'm standing up already, I'm just going to give you my report. It's always great to hear the teachers talking about the fact that we're getting ready to go back to school. We love the fact that the idea is to make sure that our kids are getting up in the morning and getting to school. But we also ask people to be careful when we see our kids out walking, because there are some areas in the city where our kids are walking to school where there may not necessarily be sidewalks. So be cautious when it's early in the morning and maybe getting a little dark out. So walking to school, please be very, very careful. One of the other things we try to emphasize is when a school bus stops and the school arms are out, remind people, do not go around those school arms. I will tell you is that is an offense that will get your license suspended. So do not go around the arms when the arms are out. On a lighter note, we have a couple of events that are taking place in the police department next Saturday on September 6th. We have our Hispanic Outreach event, the festival, that's going to be at Kevin Park from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. If you're up and out on September 16th, you can come and have a coffee with a cop. I'm generally there, or one of the deputy chiefs. We're going to be at the Starbucks on 46th. If you like dinner, one of the things that I always try to do is at least once a quarter do something I call is breaking bread with the chief. So it gives me an opportunity to meet with 10 people from the community. We have dinner together, we have a conversation. I never have an agenda, it's just an open conversation to talk about issues and concerns that you may see or be dealing with in the relative community. So If you follow us on any of our social media, the information regarding that is on our social media, and you would RSVP to the gentleman who's behind the camera back there, Officer Hernandez. It's going to be on September 17th, and we will pick the location once we have everyone who is signing up for it. And last but not least is National Night Out. It's our one out, the night that we come out to fight crime as a community. We will be at Fort Mellon Park. It's something we do every year, and that's going to be on October 7th from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock at Fort Mellon Park. And I will tell you, we're going to do it rain or shine. We were out there last year at Fort Mellon Park, and it was raining sideways, but we still had a good time. So come on out and join us in Fort Mellon Park for National Night Out, October 7th from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Lisa Jones with Sanford Parks and Rec. Somewhere floating around the building are two super members of my staff, Mr. Brett Henderson and Mr. Josh Brown, and they'll be around to answer any questions you may have before we wrap up. As you know, we're back at it. We're entering what we call our fall months. The weather outside doesn't reflect it, but I'm happy to say that our youth leagues, flag football, soccer, and baseball, will be kicking off in the month of September, and we have waiting lists on all of those. Now, we would love to tell you we'll get your friends and neighbors and grandkids in, but that's a good problem to have. We want to keep our youngsters busy, keep them healthy, and have them making new friends and learning sportsmanship. Also, swim lessons are still active and available if you are interested. Our pool that the city of Sanford oversees is the Dale Aquatic Center on the campus of Seminole High School, and I would encourage you to look into that. We do refresher courses, whether you know how to swim or you haven't had a lesson all your life. We encourage you to take advantage of those. It is a heated pool, so don't worry as we creep into the chilly 70s as we get around here. We will keep you nice and warm. Maybe a brisk walk back to your car, but we encourage you. Water safety is very, very important here in the state of Florida. Senior activities, not only here at the Velma Williams Center, but also at our downtown location. We've introduced a number of new exercise programs. We have chair yoga, we have Tai Chi now, and a number of other courses. So those are free, you just need to sign up in our senior center, and you can be very active, and I'm telling you, it will do wonders for you. It's, you hear chair exercise, you think I can do this, and trust me, it's not so easy, I can hear to report. Also, what we're very proud of, both Britt here at the Senior Center and Jackie Clark downtown put on a number of health initiatives for our seniors. These are often called lunch and learns, and we'll bring you in, and it'll be about heart health, could be breast cancer awareness month, any number of things. We want to make sure that as we're all getting into our more seasons, that we are prepared and that we stay as healthy as possible. One of the programs that I believe Commissioner Wiggins may be talking about it, and I'll leave that to him. It's called Men's Health Huddle, and that will be coming up in September, and we'll touch on a number of things, not only coming out and meeting new friends and having some great lunch and some games outside, but also touching on some very important aspects of men's health, which can sometimes be overlooked, and we don't want that to happen through not getting the right information, not having the right connections, or any embarrassment. We don't want that to be a barrier for somebody having a long and healthy life. And I'll let Commissioner Wiggins touch on the rest of that. So anything that we can help you with in Parks and Rec, we're happy to help. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, good evening. My name is Nikki Osborne, Community Relations and Neighborhood Engagement. We are opening our Community Development Block Grant Minor Home Repair Program in October, and we are inviting you to come out on September the 18th at the City of Sanford City Hall Commission Chambers at 9 a.m. We are having a workshop to talk about how to apply for that grant program. We have flyers in the back, and then we're having another one that evening at 6 p.m. here at the Westside Community Center. So come out and join us and learn how you may be eligible for one of our housing and rehab program grants. And we are excited to announce something new that we're doing with that grant this year is offering some educational workshops for our community. Ms. Blake, you should have spoke before tonight, so I will be coming to see you afterwards. So we are having an heirs property workshop in September the 25th, actually, here at the Westside Community Center. to learn about estate planning and heirs property. And then November, we're offering a money management workshop. I'll have more information about that one as well. And that one will be financial literacy, taxes, W-2, investments, credit score, and entrepreneurship. So there are fun things coming about from Community Development Block Grant. And also I will be at, my staff and I, the event with the police department on September the 6th. So if you are in the neighborhood, in the area, stop by and say hello. Have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm William Medina, Code Enforcement Officer. So, as you guys may know, there's been a couple of changes in City Hall with the construction and the building out there. So, parking lots are partially open. As you may know, we are definitely enforcing parking tickets out there, especially for the visitors there. We're making sure that you guys have the parking in the front area for yourselves, and we're making sure that the employees are parking towards the rear of the parking lot so that you guys have front door parking for when you guys head over to City Hall. A couple of new things for our code enforcement is we've hired 3 new code enforcement officers. One of them will be at night, 2 at nights, and then we hired 1 for the daytime. We've also we've all been certified in CPR as well. You guys know we all went through problems out here. As situations, you never know, God forbid something happens, so we definitely went and got certified for CPR in case we needed to assist with anything out in the community. But that's pretty much it, so thank you guys. Enjoy your evening.
Good evening, Matt Minetto, Fire Marshal. A few things. As always, we have our free smoke alarm program, so if anyone that you know that lives in the city needs a smoke alarm, contact myself and we'll get you all set up and install it for you. We're hiring 5 new firefighters in September, so we're excited about that. We're keeping that roster full, so to speak. It's nice to have plenty of firefighters, so that way we're not requiring mandatory people to work 48-hour shifts when they can work 24s and go home for a day or 2. I sent out a letter, I sent out 2 a year, our fire safety flyers. If you live in the city, you should have gotten one. The last one I sent out was about home addresses. So it's just something that really helps us help you. If you live, I don't care where you live, but make sure your address is visible from the street. It really helps public safety and emergency. That way we're not, especially 2, 3 in the morning when we can't see. We don't want to be trying to find out which address is yours. We want it to kind of really stand out. And so we tell people at least 4-inch tall numbers and contrasting in color to your house. Some people put them on the mailbox or both sides of the mailbox. I'm not going to tell you no. There are some policies where planning and zoning might have certain policies of how you should do it, but just 4-inch numbers on your house, contrasting in color, everybody pretty much agrees with. So please, if you don't have that, or if you know someone that doesn't, especially elderly, that needs assistance with that, help them out or get that set up. We really appreciate it, and I'm sure they would too if they're calling us. And then I like to always give some type of a fire safety tip. This month, I think a big one to push is know a second way out. Whenever you go anywhere, everybody gets real familiar with the way they came into the building in an emergency, and unfortunately most people try to leave the same way when there's other exits that they could be utilizing. So I don't care if it's a church, if you're in a store, if you're in a business, anywhere you're at, always know a second way out. It's a really piece of good information that would help you out. That's all.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Brandon Myers. I'm the planning inspector with the city of Sanford. Just a few things here, just to let everybody know, we are currently over 300 permits in progress through the planning department, so we are quite busy this time of year. If you are ever wondering what is going on in a development area in your community, you see construction going on, you want to know, we do have interactive maps on our city website. You can click through there and kind of just find it on the map, and it'll tell you exactly what's going on in that spot. As well as if you guys are looking for a permit or anything at that time, that is also all through our city website. That is all I have for tonight, so I'll pass it on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Jeff Davis, Public Works. We've got a number of projects coming online. We're going to start the next phase of the Georgetown project. We just finished up the first phase of the Georgetown project from 4th Street to the seawall to take the flooding off of the Georgetown area from the front branch system. Arrow Lane, we're going to start that next. We're going to be doing the drainage and the new roadway improvements, making a turn lane there at Arrow Lane. If you see the 46, they've got 3 new lights going in. They got one at Arrow Lane, one at Persimmon, and one at Magastanes, and they're lowering the speed limit to 35 miles an hour on 46 going out that way towards I-4. So that's something to look forward to. If you have any street lights that are out, let us know. Potholes, if you see them, give us a call. We don't know about them unless somebody tells us about them. Storm drains at the time of year, we don't want to see any flooding. So if you see a storm drain that's clogged after an afternoon rain, or if you see a bunch of trash and leaves on one, just give us a call. We'll come out and clean it immediately. Broken sidewalk. If you see broken sidewalk, let us know. We'll come out and fix it. We don't want anybody tripping or falling down, getting hurt on a piece of broken sidewalk. If you spin out Celery Avenue and you see what they're doing out there along the roadway, building that new trail system, that's part of the Lake Monroe loop. That's going to connect Volusia County with the Riverwalk. It's going to go all the way around Lake Monroe and connect. It's 26.5 miles of trail. It's a complete marathon, and that's something to really look forward to. The county is building that section. Get a lot of calls about mosquitoes this time of year. However, the city of Sanford does not do mosquito control. Seminole County does. If you want to give them a call if you have a mosquito problem, the number's 407-665-0000. Looking forward to getting all these next projects going on. People, they see these projects and they say, well, what they do, they don't realize that all these millions of dollars that we spend are actually going underground and making things better for the city of Sanford, water, sewer, stormwater, etc. And that's about all I've got. Mr. Bentley?
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, staff. And Jeff is a man that you can call and talk to. Me and Jeff been together since 83, 82, Cardinal Industries. We used to make houses inside a factory on Sanford Avenue. I was a student at UCF and Jeff was a little boss man out there. So we've been together a long time, and he will answer your calls, and he's a man of his word. Mr. Manetto, as far as the fire department, if these citizens want smoke detectors, do they get 1? Can they get 2? Can they get 3? How does that work?
We really tried, based on, check this out, budget and financing, to have enough in stock. But we really push hard. We try to get at least 500 smoke alarms a year, and we do use them all up. Code says you should have 1 in every bedroom, 1 outside of every bedroom, which if you have a hallway with 3 bedrooms, you only need 1 in the hallway, not outside of every bedroom door. But 1 in every bedroom, 1 outside of your bedroom, and 1 on every level of your home. So I know it's not exactly what you were asking, but to get to that point, we'll make sure that you're as code compliant as our inventory allows, but we're going to definitely make sure that you're safer when we leave than you were before we got there. So usually it's around 3 to 5 per home that we're putting in.
Answer the question, thank you. And before I give the microphone to our commissioner, Monday at Coastline Park at 12 o'clock, the AMVET, that's a local charity, the AMVET led by Mrs. Eartha Milton, they're having a free fish fry. They do it every Labor Day. So that's at Coastline Park, starting at 12 o'clock. They don't care if you come in a Bentley or come on a bicycle, it's free. So tell people about it. It's free Monday, 12 o'clock at Coastline Park, and AMVET is Eartha Milton. They've been doing it probably 15, 16 years. Vehicle Commissioner.
Let's give us a bit of a hand. Come on, Bentley or bicycle now, so y'all let them come on now. Let's give the greatest staff in America. Thank y'all for our next meeting, we're going to get out to our next meeting is going to be the 25th, the 4th Thursday of each month, other than November and December because of the holidays. Again, thank you all for coming out. We're going to again keep doing this and putting out the information for you all that missed earlier. We had the school board, we got school board members here, we had the principals from the schools here. We're going to keep the information going, be able to spread it so we get as much information out along with what the staff is doing. Tomorrow we'll have a food giveaway. We'll be at Linda Wilson Park at 3 o'clock. So enjoy time on Orange Avenue. Please let anyone that you know that needs groceries to come on out. We'll be out there. And like Ms. Jones said, all the men, well, everybody, because if you know a man,
we'll have a men's health huddle here, and it's gonna be on September the 27th, here from 9 to noon. It's going to be for prostate cancer checks, and they're gonna be giving information. Please spread the word. Please spread the word that I'll be here, and all the men that can come that are here and can spread the word, ladies, and they're actually the health department, we're part of the health department. They'll be here on the 25th to talk about it again, but that's 2 days leading up forward. You don't have to pre-register. You can show up. It's going to be from 9 to noon. We're going to feed you. We have games. We're gonna do basketball. We'll do basketball with the younger men. If any of y'all fall up into that, y'all can come on out and play. And then we're gonna do like a 50 and up 3-on-3. And then we're gonna have other games for the men that can't run up and down the court. There's gonna be other games as well. But please spread the word. It is free. Prostate cancer check, and we'll be partnering with the health department. With that being said, thank you all. We're going to have Pastor come on up so he can give us the closing prayer. It's good to see y'all all. Now, again, remember, it's live stream, so any information that was given, you come on, Pastor, any information, Pastor Nixon's going to come up here and give us prayer, but even closing prayer, but even for those that didn't come, please let them know they can go. It's live stream on YouTube. They get information from staff, school board, anything that is told by a business. Thank you again, Ms. Stephanie, for coming out. We always say this, again, when you have the young men and young women come back and she started her own nonprofit and they come back and they're able to give back to the community. So that's a blessing. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna get on out your way, Pastor. We appreciate you for closing the prayer.
Can I ask one question?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's the over 50 sponsor?
We ain't got a sponsor. We get that help out.
Let us pray. Father, in your precious name, we give praise, honor, and glory to you. We thank you for this meeting. We thank you for each representative here that's here today. And thank you for the community that came to hear what the community is doing. And we just thank you for our continued growth as we go forth in this new direction of life. Bless each family in a special way. We pray that Father may be glorified in the Son.
Amen. Thank you all. We got a breakout session. If you got any questions, you can go ahead and ask. And thank you all again. Please let the folks know about the food giveaway tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
Let them know why you're doing it.
That big one back there right now. You know, you bring 7.
They did it right.
Oh, they do?
They did it right.
Okay. You ain't got to say no.
Okay.